course, have been covering this Justice for Greenwood Town Hall, and you've been hearing the stories. Come right on in. If you were watching the live stream when they announced that a former state official, Don Ross, was in the room, and so I had to let him know he was not coming to the town hall. He was actually coming here to chat with me, and that's why he's here. And he joins us right now on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Doc, how you doing?
I'm fine. My back hurts, but I'm old.
How old are you?
You know what I mean when you get there. I'm 80.
You're 80 years old.
I'm old.
I've talked to your son. Mm-hmm. I've talked to your daughter, and they said, growing up, this was the thing that you were focused on, getting justice for Greenwood.
Well, I don't know what justice is anymore. There were a lot of things we didn't have, and we tried to get them. Justice, I don't know if we ever got that. Still ain't got it.
Right.
So now. So this was my focal point on Greenwood was to create this facility.
Right.
And that's what I'm proud of.
To take us back, how difficult was it to get this commission even approved? To take us through that. You actually...
That's an interesting question because it was a trick.
It was a trick?
Yeah, it was a trick. See, in the legislature, they don't give you half of what you want, but they'll let you study it. All I wanted was a study, because I could open the door from there.
Right.
So when I presented that I demanded this, and this, they said, "No, we'll give you a study, though." And so it all came out of the study. But that was part of my plan. I've been there 20 years. I know what they do.
Right. It's like game recognized game.
Yeah.
Now, when you were in the legislature, how many other African Americans were there?
5.
It was a total of 5 of y'all.
Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Had to be a little lonely.
Huh?
Had to be a little lonely.
Oh yeah. They isolated us. They treated us like stepchildren. Sometimes they make you not like white people. The way they treat you. They just don't. They never treat us right.
What do you make of... So first of all, I've heard people who not here don't know. Has the state of Oklahoma or the city of Tulsa ever actually formally apologized for what happened in Greenwood?
That's the interesting thing. During the anniversary, I forget which one, we had all these politicians on stage. The governor was there, the U.S. Senator was there, Bourne, and all of them, and they're all talking about what a great job I was doing. I said, well, I haven't done anything because I hadn't been able to provoke you into an apology for what you haven't done. So it took a number of years for them to apologize for what they did to my community. Mm-hmm. I still haven't forgiven them. I'm still a little bit bitter. I hope it didn't detect it.
You say you're still bitter. Why?
Yeah. Well, there's so much that could have been done that should have been done. But white people and some of the black lackies hid behind that. And we never did get done what we could have gotten done here. There's still some work that should have gone on in this building that will never be done now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm a little bit bitter.
how do you feel about, City of Tulsa builds this $30 million museum, Greenwood Rising. They are trying to create this tourist thing around Greenwood. And, you got the lawyers and fighting for the survivors and the descendants. And truth be told, I mean, I've covered stories all over America. $50 million is not a lot of money to create a victims' compensation fund. The federal government created a multi-billion-dollar 9/11 fund.
Uh-huh.
That's not a lot for an oil-rich state.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting you say that because one thing you have recognized is we are a wealthy state. We are wealthy. We got money.
Right.
And you can't squeeze a dime out of them white folks. You can't get none of it. And anybody say we're getting it in line. The Chamber of Commerce, all of them lie. They're not right. And this building's a fluke, They needed me, and I needed them. So that's the only reason it's here. If they hadn't needed my vote, it never would have been built.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying not to be bitter because you're such a nice person. But every time I get talking about some of that old shit, I get bitter, man.
I understand.
Yeah. I know it went down. And they'll pat me on the back and all that shit. Hell, when I need them, I couldn't even find them. So, let me tell you. When I put out the call for reparations, not one sorority, not one fraternity, not one church or any group stood with me. I stood by myself. Mm-hmm. And as soon as it looked like I was going to get some attention, everybody was for it. They come out of the woodworks, man. So I'm glad I retired, but I'm still a little bit bitter at my community.
Right.
So we could, we had them. We could have got a hell of a lot more if we could just band it together. But that just ain't, I know it's not just Tulsa, that's everywhere.
Right.
That's just us.
Well, because there are folk, there's a lot of folk who's scared. Look, people come up to me and they're like, man, Roland, did you really say that? I mean, aren't you scared? I said, look, the white folks ain't giving me nothing now. I said, why am I going to be quiet in the hopes that I'm not going to get something tomorrow?
Yeah.
I said, hell, I might as well say something, then I actually might get something. I mean, what's the Billy Preston song? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Yeah. Well, then you know how I feel, don't you?
I understand.
Yeah. In many ways, I'm proud of my community, but more ways than not, we've been disappointed ourselves because so much we could have done, man. Mm-hmm. So much. But all that jealousy, city councilmen fighting the state reps, and they're fighting the state senators, egos are all around. So finally, I just quit.
Mm-hmm. Now, when did you retire?
I've been in, why'd you ask me that? I've been in it 21 years.
Okay.
21 years I was in it. So you figured it out. My math ain't that good.
So you wrote a book, Pillage of Hope. This is the book right here.
Uh-huh.
Because you wanted your story on paper.
Not so much my story, but a story of how things evolve.
Right.
I think I'm not in that much, but how it evolved, the ride and all that stuff evolved is in there, and that's what I was writing for, really.
What I was reading a tweet from Jelani Cobb earlier, and he's been going around Tulsa.
Yeah.
And he said he's shocked the number of white folks today who actually believe the massacre never happened.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that. I believe you can go 30 feet outside that front door and find something. You know, this is a racist town. I know we say that about Chicago, say that about everywhere, but I think if we compare records, we got it.
You said you compare notes.
Yeah. You ain't never had no riot that killed, they say 300, could have been many 1,000 people.
Right.
Threw them off in the river and Samoan pits. No. It's a tough town.
I've run into a lot of young brothers. We've been here since Thursday. And I've run into a lot of young. Oh yeah, we've been.
You might well move in. Yeah.
We've been covering stuff all over.
Uh-huh.
I've run into a lot of young brothers and sisters. A lot of them are starting businesses, and they really are taking hold of Black Wall Street.
I hope. Don't get fooled by this affair. Tomorrow they won't know shit. I'm telling you, man.
Well, in fact, I told DeMario and I, we were at dinner, and that was last night, and I said, DeMario, I really believe that this can become an annual 4-day event. I said, but, I said, like I did a panel called Reimagining Wall Street. Mm-hmm. I said, I appreciate being asked to do it. I said, but there should be actual business workshops on how to build the business, how to market, do financing. I go to a lot of business conferences, but this could really become an annual 4-day deal that is a grassroots business conference, teaching our folk how to build and sustain businesses.
They started off well. Then Black Eagles got in the middle of it, and I just quit. I saw it. No. I mean, I didn't knock it or anything. I just got away from it.
Gotta keep ego out of it.
Yeah, but man, I love my community. Don't get me wrong.
I got you. I know how you feel.
But I just don't know what can.
Oh, I get Black folks who come on my YouTube channel, dogging me, talking to me. You not down for Black people. Mm-hmm. And in fact, I had some cats yesterday yelling and screaming. You a disciple of the white man. And I laugh, and I just tell them, you young and dumb, just move the hell on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to sit here and worry about these fools, because I know the folk who I've talked to, who've impacted, who we've helped. And so it's going to always be a new fool.
Yeah. I just kind of said, when I became ill, I just kind of stayed away from everybody, because I don't want to argue anymore.
Right.
Man, you don't know. I spent 20 years arguing with these Negroes. Oh, yes, you would know.
I do know. I do know.
I was trying to hide it from the white boy, but it's too late.
He Black.
Oh, really? Man, you could pass.
Lord, dog.
But I don't know. I don't want to leave a negative. If you ask me, am I proud of the facility? Oh, absolutely. Because I pretty much single-handedly did this. Mm-hmm. Tell you how cold-blooded my people are. I hid the funding of it for 8 months until I got it all locked down.
Really?
Yeah. They want to make this a gym. I got a gym across the street. Got a gym over there. Every time we get open space, they want to put some goals up and shoot basketball. Man, we got about 5 gyms I know about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you hid the money?
I hid the money. They didn't know what was coming up over here. Me and Senator Horner. When they found out about it was half-ass built. Yeah. We hired our own architects, the whole bit. But they were, oh man, tell them what this would have been if I turned them loose for a community meeting.
Mm-hmm. So you kept it quiet, kept it to yourself?
Silent. Nobody knew. They kept seeing stuff going on, so I wonder what that's going to be. I said, man, I don't know. Man, you got to know these brothers. These are co-brothers. And we had a couple of brothers, and I ain't going to call their names because they might be on TV, but they cut my throat every chance they got. Every chance they got. You know? So I wasn't about to let them have an edge on me.
But then all of a sudden it get built, and you sat back and said, see, I told y'all I was going to do this.
How'd you know?
I could tell.
Yeah.
I picked it up in your spirit.
Well, now, see, I can call their name, Jack Henderson and what is the other boy's name? Oh, I forget his name. I'll think of it. Yeah, it was two of them that fought me down the line, man, lied on me. Man, we had a chance. And on my mama's grave, we had a chance to get $30 million.
Really?
To develop this whole area. The two black city councilmen killed it.
Are you serious?
My mama's in her grave, and I hope she come up and die again. The two black, not the white ones. White ones were for it.
Wow.
Cold town, man. Jack Henderson and what's the other boy's name? I guess angry with him, I forget his name. And then he just got beat by that girl, the city president now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah.
Well, see, I know she's something because she keeps her gun on her hip.
Oh, did she have a gun?
Oh, she stood up in here. Vanessa had a gun. She said, no. She said, I don't go nowhere without my gun.
But she's special.
She a bad sister.
Yeah. And the boy we beat is one of the guys who's always after my ass.
Mm.
But it's a cold town, man. Cold town. And it has so much it could be proud of. But our leadership, including me, we're so thin, indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
I can include me in that because I'm tired now.
No, but no.
Yeah.
No, listen, let me be real clear. But you did your job. When I'm on the board of National Association of Black Journalists, when we went after CNN, they had no black top executives. Mm-hmm. So I called Bernard Shaw, longtime anchor at CNN. And this is what he told me. He said, Roland, every generation has had to do their part. It's now your time.
Mm-hmm.
So you ran the race. Mm-hmm. You passed the baton.
Yep. And
You ain't supposed to run the race forever.
Thank you for saying that. Because even my kids ask me, Daddy, why don't you go do this? You got a name. I ain't got no name. You know, I did what I was supposed to do. And now I'm through. You do something.
Right.
You know, that's my kids I'm talking to.
Right.
They want to demand to me before they demand themselves.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, my parents are 74.
Uh-huh.
They did their job.
That's right. That's right. So I'm not as bitter as I appear to be, but I'm also not very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because you know what it could have been.
Oh God, man!
And that's what's
yeah.
I know how that feels. I ran the Chicago Defender, and I knew the vision I had,
mm-hmm.
and I was adding podcasts and magazines, and we were going to do events. And they came to me and they were like, "What's?" And here you get this historic black newspaper. And I'm talking about. I mean, I had the vision, and I said, "Man, look, these are all black millionaires." I said, "Look, if y'all would just get out my way and let me do what I've been trained to do, this is going to be one of the biggest black-owned media companies in the country."
I told them.
They sat there and said, "We just want to be a small community newspaper." I said, "I got to go."
Yeah.
I left.
I sold that newspaper and the Black Dispatch when I was a kid, about I guess 18. No, younger than that. Younger than that. I don't know how old I was. Shit.
I've been gone 14 years, and it still hits me what could have been.
You know what I'm
if
talking
they
about?
had gotten,
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm telling you. Look, I've done a lot of other things. I got my own company now, but I'm sitting there like, if y'all would just gotten the hell out of the way and just let a young brother do what he was destined to do, what it could be for our people.
They were jealous of you. They were jealous of you. You had the vision and the energy. And I'm telling you, I know it because I feel that's the way they treated me. You know, you had the vision and the energy to do it.
Right.
You were creative.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
What are you? Last question for you. What would you like, just visually? What would you like or hope for this place to look like in 20 years?
I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to be negative, but I just have to be. I don't see, including my kids, I don't see any creative energy coming up that are willing to invest. It takes a lot of time and energy.
That's right.
A lot of time.
Right.
And I don't see as long as my son is driving his Mercedes, he could give a shit less. You know what I mean? And the other one got him one of those big ass trucks, so he can give it down. My daughter, it probably cares the most, and she got the least.
She's a teacher. She's a teacher.
How'd you know?
She told me. I interviewed her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. The rest of them, they don't care. She really does care. And she stays on my ass to keep me caring. But,
well, I've talked to a lot of cats. I've talked to a lot of them, and it's some young folks. They got the vision, and they got the heart.
Oh, I hope you're right.
I think what has to happen is you're 80, I'm 52. Some of these cats are 20s and 30s. And so we got to be able to have these intergenerational conversations, sharing knowledge, sharing expertise to be able to help them.
I think you're right. I don't know if I have the energy anymore, though.
No, but you ain't. What you did, that's what I'm saying. See, you're 80, I'm 52. It's a 28-year gap. And so the reality is my job is to operate as an elder to the person who's 25. That's a 25-year gap. So the responsibility is, it's like, hey, you enjoy your life, go have fun. It's like, Don, we got it.
Boy, you got a vision. Boy, I wish I had more Negroes like you.
Well, the reason I launched this digital company, because we're streaming this all over the world right now, is to be able to reach somebody who's watching. And they listen to you, and they listen to me, and we're teaching every single day. We're broadcasting every day to create a bunch more meetings, a bunch more use.
Or you sell advertising on it?
Yeah, we do that as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the fan base also gives to help us. They gave last year $672,000 for us to keep broadcasting.
Oh, good. You have arrived. Yeah. You have arrived, my man.
Well, we would like to give $1 million, but look, we're gonna take every single dollar. But the point is to use it and to teach and to give information. 'Cause information is power, and then we do that. Look, it's not on. All I can do is give it. They got to be able to take it, but you got to have somebody who gives it for you to take.
Boy, you understand it. You sure do understand it. You do, man. Man, you give me hope.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more me out here. Trust
man,
me.
I haven't met him, but I'm locked up in this country town here, and he said, "Ain't that country?" I can't even say it now.
Well, we gonna stay on this wall. We gonna keep hitting them. I asked your daughter, I said, is he coming? He coming tomorrow? She said, no, he's not coming. And she said, well, he might come talk to you. And then when she told me, she says, they called me this morning and said, he coming just to talk to you.
Oh, you talking about kicking me in my ass? I didn't want him to come to talk to you. I got a raw, my back still hurts. She been kicking me in my ass so hard.
But I'm glad you did.
I am too. You know, I watch you all the time, and had it not been you, I wouldn't have come. I know it, because I didn't feel like it. I didn't.
Well, I appreciate that you did.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you signed the book.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna read it.
And let me touch my man's hand. Yeah. All right.
He lives here. He's a videographer here in Tulsa. We hired him.
Have we met before? What do you do?
He's a video guy.
Oh, okay.
And he's on my team from DC.
Oh, yeah. The big shots there.
He's on my team from DC.
Okay. Hey, Team DC. Yeah. Well, I'm going to ease him out of here, good friend, and let you go do what you got to do.
Everybody who's watching, the book is called Pillage of Hope, A Family History from the Trail of Tears, Slavery, Segregation, the 1921 Race Massacre, and Beyond. Memoir by Don Ross. Don, brother, I appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I appreciate it. Y'all can take him away.
Yeah.
Your chariot awaits.
Well, I was wondering who's going to be long-winded, you or him. He 80, but he still go.
Dragging here, kicking and screaming.
He told me. He said his back still hurting because y'all dragged him here. I appreciate it. You be well. I told her.
You did the right thing.
I told her I want to talk to him.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
I appreciate it.
He talked to the right one. He
So I can wear them out.
No, you can't wear me out. I was one on your case. You doing this to
You
me.
got to take credit.
That's what you would do.
I appreciate it, my brother.
We
All right,
appreciate
man.
You be well.
All right.
You take care.
Yep.
Y'all.
I want something to eat, but I don't know what.
Got it. Folks, y'all can go and get it. Bookstores, Amazon.com. Former state
She lied,
legislator,
did it?
Don Ross. Oh, my God. That was one of the more interesting and insightful conversations I have had. That's probably, out of all the interviews that we've done since I've been here, that probably has been one of the best conversations that we've had here. We've had. Back to that Roland Martin unfiltered video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the Black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in Black-owned businesses, the Black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.